the United States Air Force has a wisery lead on three major companies for itchy-tech aircraft: Northrop, Grumman, Boeing, and Lockheed Martin. These junkshops serve the military's needs for decades. But the rise of Elon Musk's SpaceX in 2002 has changed the game. What started as a space company is now creating serious waves in defense. Fast forward to 2025, and rumors are spreading that SpaceX may have developed a powerful new bomber for the U.S. Air Force. Could this be the future of strategic bombing? Could this spark a new global arms race? In this video, we'll dive deep into the growing connection between SpaceX and the United States military and how this might change aerial warfare forever. Companies like Lockheed Martin with its secretive skunkworks division and Northrop Grumman have always been trusted names by the Department of Defense. But now, Elon Musk's SpaceX is emerging as serious competition. The innovation and ambition bend SpaceX's rocket technology, are being viewed as potential solutions for future bombers. While this might sound like a sudden shift, space disconnection with the U.S. government has been building for years. It all started with Elon Musk's dream to lower the cost of space travel, make rockets reusable, and eventually colonize Mars. What began as a mission to transform space travel turned into a contract-winning machine for national security. Soon, SpaceX began working with the Pentagon, winning billion-dollar deals to launch satellites into orbit. But that was just the beginning. As the Department of Defense watched closely, they saw something unique in SpaceX, something beyond. With the creation of the massive Starship capable of launching heavy payloads and designed for rapid use, military officials start asking, what if SpaceX could build something even more useful for defense? Now, in 2025, with Elon's influence in Washington, as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, reports suggest the Pentagon has asked SpaceX to go beyond satellites and rockets. They want a bomber, a completely new aircraft, one that could outperform legacy bombers like Boeing's B52 Stratofortress and even rival Northrop Grumman's new B21 Raider. Their reasoning is simple. If SpaceX is working on vehicles that could reach in the next year, then surely they could develop something faster, smarter, and deadlier than current bombers. We still fly at subsonic speeds. Until now, SpaceX has never developed a weaponized aircraft, but stepping into Pentagon-level defense projects means facing Newmans and Elon Musk, known for taking risks, seems to have accepted the. But how much does Elon Musk really know about designing war machines? And how would a SpaceX bomber compare with iconic predecessors like B52? To grasp the scale of Musk's task, we have to revisit the legend of B52 Stratofortress, a cold war icon and one of the most powerful bomber aircraft ever built. Developed by Boeing, the B52 was a gamechanging, a long-range subsonic jet-powered stratagem that could read destruction from incredible heights. Its presence alone often discouraged full-scale attacks. For example, in Operation Linebacker II, during the Vietnam War, in December 1972, the United States launched a relentless bombing campaign using the B-52. Over 20,000 bombs were dropped on key targets in Hanoi and Hun Gia Home. The impact was devastating, and North Vietnam quickly sought a ceasefire. The B-52 had proved its power, not just in destruction, but in breaking the enemy's will to fight. But how did such a bomber come into existence? Let's rewind to November 23 RD 1945. That's when the Air Materiel Command outlined its need for a new strategy. It had to fly long distances without foreign bases, operate at 34,000 feet, and carry heavy payloads, including 20mm cannons and thousands of kilograms of bombs. Aircraft makers rushed to respond. Boeing eventually won the contract, receiving $1.7 million to build a full-scale model of what would become the XB-52. After some initial, Boeing finally nailed the design, and the B-52 was born. Featuring swept wings, potted engines, and emergency ejection systems, DIFF-ERENT, B-52 versions were rolled out over the years. For example, the B-52D had an unusual ejection setup. Upper deck, crews were ejected upward, but those below were launched downward. The tail gunner had the most dangerous job. They had to manually ditch their gun turret and crawl out through an opening a low survival rate. The B-52G, released in 1958, fixed some of those problems. The tail gunner could now eject like everyone else, improving survival chances. But a persistent issue with the B-52 was structural fatigue. The constant stress from flight, especially low missions with sharp turns and higher strain, caused cracks and metal wear. Managed this, the Air Force launched a high-stress program to inspect every B-52 after 2,000 flight hours. Damaged components were enforced or replaced. Later, the Air Force introduced wet wings on the G-end models, allowing them to carry more. But this added weight stressed the wings even more, leading to higher fatigue. Eventually, this was solved with XB-50, a stronger replacement wing. Still, the B-52 was no acrobat. It couldn't loop or spin like a fighter jet. Think of it like a flying bus, huge, stable, and full of power. Its size made it perfect for carrying a terrifying arsenal. Over time, the bomber was upgraded to carry 20 AIM-69 nuclear missiles. These missiles could reach targets 110 nautical miles away and were meant to disable enemy air defenses. Later upgrades added air-launched cruise missiles, ALCMS, including the A-86B, which became the B-52's primary missile. The aircraft was also fitted to carry modern precision-guided bombs like JDAM and the AIM-158 JASSM. This made B52 incredibly versatile, and it still serves today. But as warfare evolves, some ask the tools. Enter the B21 Raider, Northrop Grumman's new stealth bomber designed for the future. Built under the long-range strike bomber Lure program, it combines stealth speed and adaptability that's capable of carrying both nuclear and conventional weapons, and it's designed with future upgrades in mind. The B21 project began in 2011, when their force realized it needed a net. In 2015, Northrop Grumman won the contract, beating out a joint bid from Boeing and Lockheed Martin. Cost was a major factor. The Air Force also wanted the new bomber to have intelligence gathering capabilities and advanced precision systems. Northrop delivered. In 2020, renderings off the B21 revealed a sleeker light bomber, smaller than the B2 and B52, but packed with power. In 2022, the first B21 was revealed at Northrop plant in Palmdale, California. CEO Kathy Warden described it as a modular, open architecture system. That means its parts can be swapped or upgraded more easily, like building with Legos. This is a major change from older bombers, which is closed systems that made upgrade difficult. The first test B21 is not just a prototype. The Air Force plans to convert it into a full operational model. Engine tests were completed in late 2023, and by early 2024, a small batch of B21s went into production. But just as the B21 prepares for its debut, whispers of a secret SpaceX bomber continue to grow. Could Musk be developing a stealth aircraft with vertical takeoff or carrier launch ability? Some say it's real, others think it's just rumors. But with Elon Musk's track record of pushing limits, it wouldn't be surprising if such a bomber exists. It could change everything. With SpaceX's deep experience in materials, propulsion, and reusable vehicles, they could build something unlike anything before. And if it does release in 2025, alongside the B21, it might just mark the beginning of a new generation of warfare in Eskis. Is SpaceX truly building a bombardo rival the B21? Is this the dawn of Musk's military era? We may not have all the answers yet, but the race is on, and the world is watching. Thanks for watching. If you want more high-tech updates on military aviation and future defense systems, make sure to subscribe at O Missile Lemons for the latest in military technology.